this example, okay, we present ourselves as custom visuals inside of Power BI. Okay?
Yeah.
So within Power BI, you now have the custom visuals that we'll have, 6, 7, 8 of them, that we will now enable right back to a data source. Okay? So in this example,
Sorry.
no worries. Got that on camera. In this example, okay, you can see that we have a $3.2 million number right here. Okay? Now what if I want to change that number? Okay, that number's not correct. I want to take some sort of input in from your usership, and I want to make this number 4 million even. Okay? Now when I do that, this will understand our web service, what industry, what clients, okay, what salespeople, what brand, what product, and what months I just made that increase at. Okay? And we'll go back to the underlying data source, understand every single transaction, and allocate back that increase I just made. So we refresh the database, refreshed every single Power BI report from a very simplistic thing in less than 5 seconds. And all of our visuals change as well. We also
what happened with that information that you are updating? Is affecting directly your
the
database?
underlying database, yep. So went back and updated those transactions. Because modifying the transactions, we never go against actuals. We're not going to go against historical data, right? We don't modify actuals.
Yeah.
Never do that. So you can see up here we have versions.
That's why, because it's a budget, so you can
Do whatever you want. We're changing those, but now we're really changing every transaction there because it's a budget, or it's a forecast, or it's a target, or it's Miguel 1. Your own little sandbox that you're playing with, right?
I really understand why you
I
can
heard
change.
you can drag and drop the line,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, so instead we can also do like smart formulas. So increase 10%. Right, if you don't want to type in a number, you just want to do a quick increase, you can increase 10%, save changes, and we'll go back and find every transaction, increase that transaction 10%. Decrease, multiply, divide, you can do Excel across the side, you know, and do allocations. And then instead, we also offer, say you don't feel like typing any numbers in. Well now, we can use drop and drag analysis, okay? Where you can go like this, and I know Q4 is big for us because we sell so many products around Christmas or whatever that may be. You press save changes. Now, every single drag and drop I just did, every transaction supporting that in the database will be refreshed. The grid will kick back live. You see our grid is now changed. Small numbers growing up to bigger numbers right here from that drag and drop analysis.
So at the moment that you move in the curve, it's going to update in the numbers.
Change the numbers, yeah. This percentage we saw was percentage based. Okay. We also have other visuals that are going to be numerical in nature, so you can arrive at a number, right? You can also bring in actuals from last year. Maybe you want to have a bar that's a different color, that's locked, that you cannot edit. And you can use this to kind of edit, and this is where you see all your analysis now, right? We're taking different versions, your budget, your forecast, your target. Actuals stay actuals, but now you can do your analysis of those.
So let's say that the solution is to create your forecast or your budget online. Okay. And at the moment that I accept that finally that's the numbers that we're going to have, is to send it directly to our financial solutions, or you have to do it to export it and after import
Yeah, so we can name that budget. Right, that's your official budget, right? So say we want budget 2019, we'll take a snapshot of that, and that's how you get the budget. That will never change again, right? And then we'll continue to do our forecasting target throughout the course of the year. You know, so that this budget analysis will never change. But our forecast can change every month because we're putting in new information. Right, so we just need to copy that data again, and do not allow right back to take place the budget starting January 1st, 2019. We lock that whole thing down. There's no more budget to choose from until next year. In October, we open the budget process back up.
Yeah,
So you're only going to be working with forecasting and sandboxes and things like that.
Okay.
Okay, and then, so this is all aggregated level, rolled up data, right?
Okay.
Another thing I wanted to show you too was in this example, if I click individual salesperson, you see our grid changes. We can put products, departments, regions, and then enter data only at that level.
You are filtering
Filtering the data. Control click, press Apple and Cola, and now my grid's only going to show 2 products as opposed to everything else, right? So say if I'm Chris Walker, I'm this individual budget contributor, when he logs in, this is what his view is going to look like. Only showing his products, his 3 clients, and his states that he operates in. Right, so that's the role level security, and we pass through. And then if you want to get into the actual database itself, we have a visual table editor. So what this allows you to do is really transfer transactional level data.
Like a pivot table, more or less.
Any table, yep. So you can add to, you can edit, and you can delete things inside of a table. So for instance, you can see what we have, different things here. We have hyperlinks that take you to another report if you'd like, actual data that can't be edited, or you can reclassify options. Right, if I want to choose a new customer or reclassify an expense to something else, right? You can do that here. You can do date pickers, calendar pickers that will update whatever's in SQL or underlying data source. Add text commenting, increase 10% because of X, Y, and Z. And then numerical figures as well. I told you I was going to sell 100 quantity, now I'm going to sell 1,000. Write that back to data source. All your visuals that you would put here, update automatically. That makes sense?
Yes.
And yet again, the filtering happens again. So if I want to see the entire database, we're looking at 100 pages of data right now from SQL. If I click my one client, now we're down to 13 pages. You can filter all the way down to only show you 5 rows if that's what you want. Okay? Budgeting and forecasting we're talking about a little bit. You want to do like line item detail. So now we can select an account name. Right, we're looking at travel and entertainment, and now I can enter individual line item things that will be rolled up to our GL like that instantaneously.
For example, bringing in my mind questions. What happens if we are talking about a huge company and need that many directors have to enter their own information? Could I do that?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they would only have access to their own P&L, their own area of business. They don't see everything else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So as an example, a drop down, say he's only responsible for insurance and meals and entertainment. That's the only drop down he'll have there. He has no other access. That's where the security comes in. We can leverage Active Directory or row level security from SQL or anything in the database. We can do all that stuff. We just use that. Okay? Or you can do it inside of our product as well with like read-write functionality. Whatever you want them to see, whatever you want them to write. Sometimes you can see more than you can write to, right?
Yes.
Right? So if you're responsible for Mexico and southern United States, but you can only write back to Mexico, you can see both, so you can read
Filter through security that information.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
And then also full-blown workflow. So as an example, I'm not sure what your role is, but say your CFO wants to come in and see who hasn't started the revenue forecast too. Oh, Jane has it? Well, I want to reassign this task to Adam. Press save. Adam just got an email from Microsoft Flow letting him know that he's now responsible for revenue forecast 2 effective immediately. Adam comes in, looks at his tasks, right? He has his workflow dashboard that shows him his tasks. He now sees his revenue forecast 2. He does his work, and then he can put it in for review. When he presses save, now we recategorize his task. When the CFO comes back in on Friday and sees everything he needs to review now, that is going to be there with the hyperlink. He can go take a look at what Adam put in. If he likes what he sees, he approves it, and that goes into the corporate budget. Okay, so you have all this stuff done directly through Power BI now.
And if we are using Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, it's going to approve directly to that, or I have to make another step?
Another step. We need a staging area.
Okay.
Because inside of Microsoft Dynamics, we're not going to have the versions we need to do the versioning we're talking about. Budget, forecast, those tables don't exist in there today. So what we have to do is just pull everything into a SQL staging area for argument's sake right now. We write back our budget, our actuals, our forecast, and all that stuff with the actuals in the staging area. And then you guys can run integration services packages that will refresh your Dynamics 5 times a day. So the Dynamics will stay somewhat fresh. It's not going to be live in Dynamics. The database itself will always be live.
And what happens if I want to start from the beginning and I need the historical information from the finance and operations? I can read directly that information and
Yep, so like actual's a version. So you have all your actual reporting still. Then you have your drop downs for previous months. Like I showed you here. All your different years are here. Every actual is here. Okay.
And what about the cost you have to pay for that by subscription?
Pay contributor. It's an annual subscription, yeah.
How much?
Annual subscription by username, or concurrency.
And what must I do to be a partner?
We have to have a conversation